Yeah, just before it gets out of hand. Yes, that is what I have for you today. Just before it gets out of hand, settle that matter with your wife, settle that matter with your husband. I have seen several couples that are quick to reporting themselves to somebody else when there is an issue. Let me tell you, no matter how you report your wife, your husband to somebody else, okay, no matter the input those people bring into it, there is still the need for both of you to sit down and settle the matter. Yes, that's why many of the advices, many of the settlement they've been doing for you is not working yet. And in fact, the annoying thing, the pathetic thing is that you still find yourself in the same problem still reoccurring, and you are getting further apart. Let me tell you, it is children that report themselves to adults to come and help them to settle their matter. It's an attribute of children, to be frank with you. Yes, I know that there are times that you need to call in someone to help. But before you explore that, before you do that, have you explored trying to settle it amongst yourself, between yourselves? Some couples will not even make attempt to settle things. What's that thing you are afraid of? What are you afraid of that wouldn't allow you to call your wife, to call your husband and say, let us settle this matter? There is a call to settle. There's something to talk about. We need to have a conversation. Let me tell you, just before it gets out of hand, if you are not careful, your matter will get out of hand. I'm talking to you. Just before that matter gets out of hand, settle your fights. Settle your matters amongst yourself, between yourselves. See, it is an attribute of children, like I said earlier on, to report themselves to adults. Any little thing, they are there. This, that did that to me, because they don't have the skill for resolution. They cannot engage themselves in meaningful conversation. Their brain is not developed to that point. You are an adult. Try sit down, settle things. Yes, before it gets out of hand. Those of us that you call into the matter, we only help you. In fact, the ideal thing is that we help you to get to that point where you are ready to settle between yourself. If a counselor does not get you to that point where you are ready to say, okay, let us talk together, the job has not been well done. I'm telling you. Now, some of you sweep things under the carpet and say, let me just get along. Just because of that thing you are afraid of. Are you afraid of a fight? You are afraid a fight will ensue. It might not ensue at the end of the day. All you need to do is to seek for the wisdom to discuss. And you can find that right here on this channel. You can find a lot how you can make meaningful conversation, objective-based conversation, result-oriented, resultful conversation with your husband, with your wife, without it further degenerating into another fight. You will learn it on this channel. I have videos that will help you. So you can go for all that. My point for you today is settle that matter just before it gets out of hand. You see, children can get along when they don't discuss matter and say, let us settle our fight, because their retentive memory is not developed enough to be able to remember certain things. For you, it's not going to work. No matter how much you try to say, let me just live above it, let me just forget about it, and it is still there, it's still there in your memory, it's not going to allow you a free flow of love, of affection, of friendship in that relationship. And that is why, just before it gets out of hand, settle your matter. My talk for you today, my tip for you today is that look for ways to settle that matter with your husband. Third party that you are calling in may not help. Yes. In fact, if a third party is going to help you out, it is to get you both to that point that you are ready to discuss between yourselves and really trash the matter. They can help you to see things. They can help you to bring some things to light, so that they become they create a good platform for you to be able to discuss and actually settle and resolve the matter at the end of the day. But there are so many other matters that, you know, you don't even need a third party. If you can just take that effort to have a discussion. Don't be quick to report your husband. Don't be quick to report your wife. I tell you. Try to settle first. Try to explore all wisdom within you before you call in that person. God bless you. This is Titilola Martins, your marriage counselor, and this is your Monday Marriage Tonic. Thank you.